Welcome to a special edition of Talking Insights in celebration of International Market Research Week. I'm Gabby Kusters, Head of Marketing and Events at ESOMAR, and this week we're diving into a variety of themes, and today we celebrate youth engagement and the new generation of researchers. In line with today's theme, it's my pleasure to spotlight the winners of our Yes competition at our recent LATAM conference in Colombia. Andrea Micolta and Valentina Acevedo from POSTOBON. Their innovative approach to market research captured the essence of youth engagement using an app to uncover real consumer habits from thousands of users. Welcome, ladies.
My name is Andrea Micolta. I study business engineer in a university called EIA. I've been in POSTOBON for 5 years in the Insights department.
Thank you,
Hi,
Andrea.
and my name is Valentina Acevedo. I'm a professional in international business, and as Andrea, I've been here in POSTOBON a little bit more, like around 6 years, and I have started my professional career in Insights department. And right now, I'm in marketing team. I'm the brand manager for international brands abroad.
That's very exciting. We asked you here today for a specific reason. Like I said, both of you took away the trophy of Yes winners at our LATAM event with a very interesting app that you guys put together for POSTOBON. But I would love if you could give us a little bit of insight on the project, the research, and how you came up with it to begin with.
The reason we came up with the project is because, like when we were trying to figure out consumer habits, we noticed that what the consumer did was like very different from what they actually said. I mean, they say they behave in like a perfect way, like in quotes, but when we actually saw how they behave, it was completely different. So we wanted to figure out a way to get to know those real habits from the consumer and get to know them a little bit better so we can focus our marketing strategies in responding to the way they behave so we could design better products, better campaigns, and just like guide our marketing team better to be more consumer centric.
Yes, I think this project is like show me, don't tell me. And this was like, as Andre said, like that deep understanding of how people consume um, food and beverages, that is the industry that we are on, and without any like push that they needed to show that they're healthy or they consume better things, because sometimes it's not very good looking, like saying I love sugar and I love carbs and I love everything, but at the end of the day people do. So this was like the way that we found to like understand that deeply without any other like obstacle.
That's very interesting. So tell me, how does the app actually work? How do you get the consumer to speak the truth or to showcase the truth that you're looking for?
I think since they are like forced in a way to um, tell us live right now what they are consuming, we don't give them the opportunity to hide or to maybe forget some of those uh, um, moments of the day where they had a glass of water, where they had a cup of coffee, that when they are like live registering everything they consume, like that gives them the like the obligation to tell us the truth.
Okay.
We are like it's an app that consumers download in their cell phones, and all they need to do is take a picture of what they're drinking at the moment and answer like very, very brief, um, like a couple of questions, and that's it. So it's very easy for them to just pick up their cell phone, and if I'm going to drink a glass of water, just take a picture, and I just said I'm drinking a glass of water,
Mhm.
and I'm at the office, and a bit more another questions, and that's it. So it's super easy for them, like not to forget, and it's not very complicated. It's just really we have that measured. It's less than a minute that the consumer takes to print and to take the photo and continue the rest of the survey. So it's super easy for them and for us because it's fast and we have the information that we need because there is anything like they need to think very much or any elaborated questions. No, just tell me what you're eating or what you're drinking and what you're doing and a couple of other questions that help us to understand that 360 of the moment of consumption, and that's it.
Mhm.
And we have developed an app that allows us to like gather information without internet. So in a country like we are in Colombia, that has been very, very helpful because like nearly 70% of our population it's medium to low income. So it's not very common that a lot of people or the entire population have internet in their cell phones like 24/7. So our app gather like the information, and when it detects like the internet, meaning I mean in your cell phone or in a Wi-Fi connection, it just upload the entire information, and that's it. So it's pretty easy in both ways to, I mean, and I think that has been the successful of this project, how easy we put to the consumer the way, um, to participate on it.
Very interesting. Now, as a marketer, I do have to ask you these questions. I want to know about app adoption and user engagement. How did you get the user or, the consumer to download the app that would essentially give you the truth that you're looking for and use the app? Did you have any sort of compensation or any type of incentive to get them to collaborate?
Um, with the user downloading the app, we work with an online panel that they are in charge of managing like the incentives and all that. And with the use of the app, we develop but within the app, the consumer is constantly getting notifications reminding them they need to register what they are drinking. So I think that's like the key of the success, to have so many like entries, because they are constantly reminded that they need to participate.
Very interesting. So you have a lot of data from all these users. Consumer privacy must have become a topic that came about. Um, with such direct methods of data collection, how did POSTOBON ensure that user privacy and data security was put in place?
We, I mean, since the beginning of the project, I mean, and even before we collect a single data, we have um, we have an entire group of lawyers who help us to understand which was the better way to do it, and we came up with two main solutions. First of all, we tried not to collect any personal data. I mean, no names, no IDs, no address, no email. That is, I mean, we don't have any of that information. And we also have like a policy in the app before they download it. I mean, before they even sign up in the app with the panel ID. they have to agree that we're going to collect some information, and as a company we have a compromise to delete a certain amount of time the entire information that maybe can be delegated for some reason. For example, we gather photos, sometimes photos, I mean, I don't know, you can see
Selfies.
yeah, part of my face or part of my table, that we try to take care that it doesn't, uh, like, we don't have access to that in a limited amount of time. We just analyze it and delete it.
Very taking your precautions, very
Yeah.
sensible from your part for that. Can we talk about results? I know that maybe you cannot share everything that was collected, but can we talk about the success of the campaign and how that also impacted your marketing department to craft better campaigns in the future?
I think just having like complete access to what consumers like actually try to drink, how they like what they eat with their beverage, at what moment of the day. In this era of digital marketing, that has helped us a lot, and also we've gotten some insights for our campaigns, for our POP material. Um, I don't know if that's the actual term in English.
It's,
uh,
yeah, material for the store, I mean, like the sales
yeah.
point.
So
Like,
it has given us like the complete informations of how we need to show our products to better connect with our consumer.
for example, and I think now that I'm on the other side, I mean, I was in insights team and now in marketing team. What I have found, like, more exciting or even more valuable about this project is that we have information that marketing teams, like, didn't know that they need. Like, for
Mhm.
example, I'm going to put like the, I don't know, sodas, for example. I mean, I mean, people have like the common knowledge that sodas are for meals and are good for celebrating and large amount of groups and that kind of stuff. But when you go like a deep dive in the information and you started to see, okay, what are the main dishes that people, I mean, like, merge with my product, that opens you like a whole new options of things. For example, in a brand that we have, we found that pollo, for example, chicken, pollo, I'm sorry, the chicken was, um,
Fried chicken, like fried
yeah, like
fried
fried
chicken.
chicken was insane. I mean, you see like the data, and it was like normal. I mean, other beverages and other sodas like in here, and our soda with chicken was like in here, and we said, this is something interesting. Let's go and do something with chicken, and let's show the consumer that we are the best option for chicken. And we started to work not only in advertising, but okay, let's contact the chicken enterprises, what we can do together. And it start to have a whole different conversation because you have data, real data for the consumer that is telling to you, you know what, I love your product with this. Okay, so I'm going to put you my product where you can consume better. So yeah, I
When
think,
you're probably looking for it.
yeah, and it's great that when you are working on your campaign or your advertising or your year strategy, those are the kind of inputs that really change the way of how you analyze your brand, how you analyze your category, and how you plan, like, yeah, like the next steps. So I really think that this project have changed the way of how we analyze the market, how we analyze the consumer, and how we analyze the categories. Because, for example, in other type of category, we see that one of the main competitors in regarding to, I don't know, I'm drinking this because I'm thirsty,
Yeah.
something like that. In that main like motivation of consumption, we have a lot of like non-industrial beverages. So that is like a change of mindset also. How I'm in my industry are going to compete with home beverages, with things that people are making in their homes, because we are sharing the same consumption motivation. So it had helped us a lot to improve a little bit and understand the consumer as a whole and understand the market as a whole. And yeah, developing strategies that actually work and actually have bring good results for our brands and for our position in the market.
From what I'm hearing and also from what I watched, because I was there when you both of you presented your pitch and won the pitch and then presented the whole study. I was there, and I also watched the Q&A session at the end. And now listening to you, it does seem that the two of you together were POSTOBON did quite kind of disrupt the whole food and beverage industry with this new study and this new app. Is there a plan to take this app even further or even start collaborating with perhaps other companies to excel it to the next level?
We have talked about it.
Mhm.
I mean, we are not absolutely, I mean, completely sure of what we're going to do next, because there are a lot of confidential information in here. So, um, yeah, I think it will happen in the future, certainly. But we are not certain if, I mean, the company is going to move abroad and there, because, for example, this information, it doesn't matter your industry. It, you will use it. It will be useful for you. So, and if you mention an industry and you say, I don't think so, this industry, I can tell you how it can help. So, seriously, this information is useful for everybody. So, um, we have discussed as a team to put it like abroad and collaborate and do things together. But I think we need to give it a structure before going abroad, because of what I told you, that
Yeah.
it's a lot of confidential information that really works for any industry, any industry.
Yeah.
So so yeah, it may happen in the future, but we need to establish certain type of way of doing it.
That's very promising. I'm sure that there are going to be a lot of different companies trying to understand how this works, trying to replicate it, because you, like you said, you were able to get the truth out of your consumers and even find out new trends based on those truths that you got. The two of you are very young researchers, and you are quite an inspiration for the young professionals entering the field and also professionals that have already been in this field or transitioned to this field. Do you have any advice for other young researchers as well that would like to create a similar project or would like to try out the research and insights world, or in your case, Valentina, the marketing world as well?
I think like the best advice I can give is don't be afraid like to raise your hand, to give your opinion, to speak up when you disagree with something. I think like going into a company, into an agency with fresh eyes, like, it's very valuable. You don't have like the like the perception that some things can't be done. You come with open eyes with all the possibilities. So I think the most important thing is don't be afraid to raise your hand and voice your opinion.
Yes, I think um, as Andres said, when we were building up um, this project, it was because we were uncomfortable with the information that we have. And I think that being uncomfortable puts you in places that can boost it up completely. So, for example, we saw a lot of researchers and the consumer, these are the consumer segments. And if you're healthy, you need to put the consumer this and communicate this way. And we felt like deep inside that it was not enough. It was not enough to put the consumer just in one little specific case and just with one specific way of being and way of communicating. So trusting also like your intuition and and, and discomfort and say, wait a minute, I think we can do it better. I have ideas, putting your ideas like in a way of working. I think it's one of the best advices that we can give. Embrace that uncomfortableness. I don't know if this is a correct word. and and do it better and do have a proposal and try to change the way of your company is doing things. Something that I found very valuable of this project was that helped us to change how an entire company of more than 100 years of history changed the way of understanding things and changed the way how we do marketing. So that and comfort that we felt at the moment, it was right because we find a better way of doing it. So embrace it and don't be like Andres said, don't be afraid of raise your hand and say, I disagree. I think we can do it better. I think it must be a better way. I'm seeing in the street a different behavior. So do it.
I want to say that the two of you are very impressive young women. You make the industry proud in all aspects. You have come up with an amazing piece of research that you were able to, you had a hunch and you were able to validate your hunch and you weren't scared of speaking up and saying, perhaps I can do it better, let me try. So it has been a huge pleasure to talk to both of you today, to watch your pitch back in Colombia, and I really wish the best for the both of you. Thank you very
Thank you
much.
so much.
Thank you very
And thank you
much.
for giving us this space to like display our
Share.
project for the industry.
Of course. And I would like to remember all of you that for IMRD Week, we have a full week ahead filled with exciting themes as we celebrate research, which is the theme for this year. All events are happening online on YouTube, so make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to activate the notifications to stay updated with our videos. Thank you so much.